Welcome, everyone, to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to share this one with you because we're going to uncover the secret potential of AI multi-agent systems and how they're literally reshaping the future of technology and software development. We're looking at a massive leap forward today, the moment GitHub Copilot officially meets the Microsoft Agent Framework.
But before we get into the actual mechanics, I really want you to think about this question. What happens when you give an AI the keys to your entire code base? I mean, it's a thrilling thought, right? Having an AI that can write, edit, and orchestrate across all your files. But let's be real, for anyone running enterprise software, it's also a slightly terrifying thought. You've got this massive tension between unlocking just incredible AI power and maintaining strict, non-negotiable enterprise safety.
So here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. We'll hit 1. The multi-agent dilemma, 2. The unified agent engine, 3. Equipping your AI agent, 4. Build for production control, and finally, 5. Reshaping software workflows.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the multi-agent dilemma, power versus control.
Okay, let's dive right into this and look at the core problem software developers are wrestling with today. The bottleneck in AI development right now is this exact dynamic. On one hand, developers, we increasingly want to build agents that can reason about code, execute commands, interact with dev tools, and work across entire repositories. We want maximum power. On the other hand, organizations absolutely need observability, middleware, strict approval workflows, and enterprise governance. Historically, it's kind of been a trade-off. You either get a powerful standalone coding harness or you get a rigid enterprise framework. But getting both at the exact same time? Well, that has been the real multi-agent dilemma.
Moving right along to Section 2, the unified agent engine, bridging the gap. This is where the hero of our story enters the picture, because the GitHub Copilot agent integration with the Microsoft Agent Framework is now officially released and stable for both .NET and Python. Now, look at how perfectly these two systems complement each other. Think of it like putting a high-performance sports car engine into a heavily reinforced, ultra-safe chassis. GitHub Copilot acts as the engine. It owns the complex agent loop, model calls, tool invocations, and the planning. Then the Microsoft Agent Framework provides the chassis. It gives you a consistent surface for instructions, advanced telemetry, streaming, and heavy-duty brakes like human-in-the-loop approvals.
And for the developer experience, whether your team writes in .NET or Python, the underlying concepts remain exactly the same. You're getting familiar agent framework abstractions, but entirely supercharged. Plus, you get native streaming support right out of the box. That means using run streaming async in .NET or simply passing streaming equals true in Python. It's just a completely consistent programming model across languages, which is a huge win for teams.
Next up, Section 3, equipping your AI agent, system superpowers.
Let's see how this builds on that unified engine to unlock some truly incredible capabilities for your agents. We're talking about granting your agent real system capabilities. It can execute shell commands, read existing files and write new ones, pull in and process web content via URLs, and even register custom tools right alongside Copilot's built-ins. Now, I know what you might be thinking. An AI agent with unrestricted shell access to just go ahead and delete your code base? Yeah, absolute nightmare. But don't worry, every single one of these superpowers is strictly gated and opted into through a permission handler. The agent can literally only do what you explicitly allow.
Beyond those built-in capabilities, you can extend your agent using MCP servers or Model Context Protocol servers. These can be local or remote, and they provide your agent with tools and data far beyond its base programming. Why this matters is pretty simple. Your agent is no longer trapped in a silo. You can wire it up to a local file system server or connect it to remote enterprise services like the Microsoft Learn Documentation API, totally seamlessly. It's a real game changer.
You can also make sure your agent follows the rules of your specific house. By pointing the agent at custom instruction directories, say a .copilot/instructions folder in your repo, you can load project-specific or team-shared guidelines. This keeps the agent's behavior perfectly consistent across a massive code base and totally aligned with your team's unique coding standards.
And session management? That's handled entirely behind the scenes. Copilot sessions are created automatically, but the framework actually allows you to reuse a session to keep context across multiple turns. You can literally resume an earlier conversation simply by pulling up its session ID, even if you're calling it from a brand new agent instance. It makes your agent conversations persistent, highly scalable, and completely context-aware.
Which brings us to Section 4, built for production control, the safety rails.
We've talked a lot about the exciting power of these agents, but giving an AI system-level abilities is only safe if you can strictly govern how it uses them. So the crucial point here is this specific workflow, your human-in-the-loop approval. Step 1. The agent requests a sensitive action, like, say, writing a file. Step 2. A native pre-tool use hook immediately intercepts this request. And Step 3. It routes to a human handler who explicitly approves, denies, or prompts the agent. By default, absolutely nothing runs without your oversight. You only relax these rules selectively for highly trusted operations.
And for all the enterprise folks tuning in, this next capability is a total breath of fresh air. Because the GitHub Copilot agent is wired right into the Microsoft Agent Framework, it natively participates in OpenTelemetry tracing. What does that mean? It means you get the exact same traces, logging, and telemetry for your Copilot agents as you do for every other agent in your enterprise system. No blind spots. Zero.
Onto the hood, because the agent runs on top of an authenticated GitHub Copilot CLI, configuration is handled so elegantly. Rather than reading every single variable here, the key takeaway is that these underlying settings are managed via shared environment variables. This ensures that whether your engineers are working in .NET or Python, the setup process is incredibly easy, unified, and consistent across your entire organization.
Finally, Section 5, Reshaping Software Workflows, the Future. Let's bring this all together and look at what this integration actually means for the future of your engineering teams. What you should take away from this explainer is that developers no longer have to choose between GitHub Copilot's brilliant coding capabilities and the Microsoft Agent Framework's enterprise governance. You get the whole shebang. You can start building high-value tools today. Just imagine deploying automated code review assistants that actually know your team's guidelines, or repository maintenance agents that safely refactor legacy code, or even entirely custom developer copilots tailored to your enterprise software workflows. And you can do it all using the exact same programming model.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on. How will your daily workflows transform when you can orchestrate an entire team of governed, repo-aware coding agents? The secret potential of multi-agent systems is finally in your hands safely. If you're as excited as I am, I highly encourage you to explore the runnable samples available for both .NET and Python, and definitely jump into the Microsoft Agent Framework office hours to discuss your specific use cases. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy building.